Hello students. So in the previous class of the fiber to that of the fabric, we had studied that what are the different fibers, including that of the cotton. We had discussed about the woolen and the jute, the fibers that we obtain from that of the plants. Okay, flask also students, as well as coil. So we discussed that basically you see cotton is we obtain from that of the cotton ball. Okay, when this cotton ball it burst, this appear like that of a snow, and it's ready for the cultivation. It's ready for the harvesting, and basically we don't do harvesting. We used to take the fruits and remove the seeds from the cotton ball, and that process is known as a ginning. Second one, student, in case of a jute plant, so you know that the jute plant, you see that the jute plant is ready for harvesting when it is at the flowering stage only. Okay, so we used to harvest the jute plant, and we used to take all the jute plant, we used to collect the jute plant and immerse it in water. Okay, and after a few days what you will observe? You will observe that the rot of the jute plant and the rot of the jute plant and the fiber, both of them will get separated, will be left behind, and with the help of the hand you can separate that of the fiber. Okay, the jute fiber from that of the water. Flask is also a plant, student, in which we obtain the fiber, the flask fiber from the flask plant, that is from the stem of the flask plant. Okay, so this one is about that of the cotton, this one is about that of the flask, as well as about that of the coil, which is the which we obtain from the outer covering of the coconut. Okay, so the outer covering of the coconut provides a coil, which is also a kind of a fiber. All the fiber, they are having their different role, they are having the different functions. Now let us discuss that how this fiber help in making the fabric. So I told you that this fiber it involves the two steps for the formation of the fabric. So you see, it involves first step is the conversion of fibers to yarn. Okay, this process, this conversion of the fibers to yarn, it includes one method, one process, and that is known as spinning. Spinning. Okay, and the second one, student, is the conversion of yarn to fabrics. So conversion of fibers to yarn and conversion of yarn to fabric. This method, it involves the two methods, that is weaving and knitting. Weaving and knitting. So it involves two methods, that is weaving and knitting. Now let us discuss both of them one by one, then we will be able to understand. So the first one is, the students, that is conversion of fibers to yarn. How can you convert the fiber to yarn, students? So you have to collect, you have to take the fiber, lump of a fiber, and you have to pull out the fibers together, and with the help of your forefinger and thumb you just pull it out and twist it. Okay, spin it, twist it together. Okay, when you twist it together, then there will be a formation of a long thread that is known as yarn. So basically yarn is formed due to fiber. The process is known as spinning, and in this process we will take the fiber, lump of a fiber, pull out the fiber with the help of our fingers, and with the help of the forefinger and with the help of the thumb we used to twist it, and thus there is a formation of a yarn occur. Okay, so you see, spinning method, students. Spin, when we talk about the spin, it means to twist it. Okay, spinning means twisting. Okay, so we can write it, that is that yarn is a kind of a long twisted, yarn is a kind of long twisted thread. It is a long twisted thread. Okay, and this yarn is basically formed by the process of spinning. Okay, so it is formed by the process of spinning. Okay, so it is a kind of a long twisted thread, student, and which is formed by the process of the spinning, and it is formed when we take out the thin fibers from that thin thread of the fibers, and we will twist it together. Then there is a formation of a long thread. Yeah. Okay, so we can write it that we can, when we take the lump of the fiber of the cotton fiber. Okay, I'm taking an example with it so that you can understand it in a better way. That a lump of a cotton fiber, and try to pull out the fibers from it. Okay, now with the help of the forefinger, with the help of the forefinger and the thumb, we will try to twist it together. Okay, so we can write it that we will try to twist it together. Okay, we will try to twist it together. With the help of the forefinger and the thumb, we will try to twist it together. This process is spinning. This process is spinning. Okay, so by this process, students, we can make a long thread that is known as a yarn. Now, is this method is the only method by which we can make the yarn? Okay. So we are using the fiber, we are twisting it together, and together it forms that of the yarn. Now, it is the only method, or I mean that what kind of machines or what kind of equipments that we can use for the spinning of this of the fiber, so that we get the yarn. So basically, there are the three devices with the help of which we can make the yarn, okay, by the process of the spinning. Okay, so we have understood that what is the process, that how we get the yarn, but what are the different devices which help in the process of the spinning. Okay, so the devices for the process of spinning. The first device is known as the spindle. Okay, in Hindi it is also known as takli, students. So it's a kind of a very traditional device, a very simple device, students, which help in converting the fibers to that of the yarn. Okay, so the first device is the spindle. It is the traditional device or simple device which helps in forming the yarn from the fiber. Okay, so it is a traditional, you can say, or it is a simple device which helps in forming the yarn from that of the fiber, that is the spindle one. Okay, so this is a very simple device. The function is the same, student, that it helps in the forming that of the yarn from that of the fiber. Second one is the spindle machine, students. So you see, second one is that of the spinning. Okay, so spindle, it is also known as in the book, in the many of the book, students, you will see that it will be written as a hand spindle. Don't get confused with that. It may be a hand spindle, or you can say it is a simply spindle, also known as a takli. Now the next one is that for the spinning, student, is the spinning wheel. Spinning wheel. Spinning wheel, it is also a you can say a hand operated device. Okay, where although the name is given as the wheel, but it is a hand operated device, students, and in Hindi we call this spinning wheel as a charkha. Okay, charkha is also known as the spinning wheel. You have heard about the charkha, student, that this spinning wheel is first of all you can say that it has been given by our father, our Bapu, that father of our nation, that is Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, so we can say that spinning wheel, he introduced it, and he used to encourage the people that because he has taken participate in the independence of our India from the Britishers, and he participated in the freedom of the India from British rule. So he encouraged that instead of using the clothes given by them, better we should make our own clothes with the help of this spinning wheel. Okay, so he used to encourage the people that instead of using their product, if we will use our product, ultimately we will make their confidence to lose. Okay, so better we should use the spinning wheel, and we use the charkha, and we try to make the fiber. We will try to convert the fiber to yarn, and with the help of that only, students, we can make the fabric. Okay, so we can say the spinning wheel is what? It is a hand spin equipment. Which consisting of wheel and its role is same as that of the other spindle, and its role is the same like the spindle, that is, helps in making yarn from fiber. Okay, so it also helps in making yarn from that of the fiber, students. It was introduced by Mahatma Gandhi, who has taken participate in our independence, in the independence of India. Okay. Okay, so he has taken participate in the independence of the India. So this is the next one, student, that is the spinning wheel. Basically, I had explained this, although it has been introduced by him, but the role is the same, student, that it work in the process of the spinning. It help in converting the fibers to that of the yarn. Okay, next one is the spinning machine. Okay, so till now, when we talk about the spindle or that of the spinning wheel also, students, so in both of the case, you have seen that these both are the hand operated equipments. Okay, so we have to manually operate it and try to convert the fibers to yarn. But these days, lot of fabrics are made these days. And is it possible that we will take the fibers and convert it into that of the yarn by the help of the charkha, by the help of the spindle? No. If the quantity is more, students, so instead of using the hand equipment, better we should use the machines. Okay. So the next one is the spinning machines. So spinning machines which helps in the process of spinning. Okay, So machines which help in the process of the spinning, students, that is known as a spinning machine. Okay, it helps in the process of a spinning. When we talk about all the different types of devices, the spinning machine and the spindle and the spinning wheel, in all the three cases, students, the spinning machine, it helps, it makes our work more easy in converting the fibers to that of the yarn. So this is all about the first step in which the spinning is there, in which we have to convert the fibers to yarn. If we talk about the second step, students, so second step, it involves the two methods, that is weaving and knitting. Okay, so that is the conversion of a yarn to fabric. Conversion of yarn to fabric. Okay, so the second one is the conversion of yarn to the fabric, students, and in this the first one that we have to study is the weaving. In case of a weaving, students, what we have to understand that yarn, okay, yarn to fabric is there. It means we need a yarn to convert it into fabrics. Okay, so for that we need two set of a yarn. Remember that when we talk about the weaving, in case of a weaving, we need a two set of a yarn for the process. So we can write it that weaving includes two set of yarns, and in this two set of yarn, students, at first we have to take one yarn and the another yarn should be kept at right angle to that of the first yarn. Okay, so when we keep the yarn right angle to one another, together they form a fabric. So we can say it includes the two sets of yarn, one set of yarn is kept at a right angle set of yarn is kept or arranged at a right angle to the other set of yarn. One set of yarn is kept or arranged at a right angle to the other set of the yarn. Okay, so this one is about right angle, students. So you can take a one thread, one yarn, and when you keep it at a right angle to the other, together it will form the fabric. Okay, now basically weaving involves the formation of the fabric, and the formation of the fabric is done with the help of the loom. Loom is what, student? It is a device with the help of which you can make the fabric. Okay, which is also in Hindi we use a term for it that is known as kargha. Okay, so we can write it that is. So we can write it that the weaving is done by a device that is known as a loom. Okay. By a device that is that is known as looms. Loom is what, student? It is, you can say it is a kind of a device by which fabric is made up of. Okay, or fabric is made. Okay, so we can say it is a kind of a device for making fabrics. It is a device for making fabric, students, that is the loom. Okay, so weaving. Now, loom is also divided into two. The first one is the hand loom and the second one is the power loom. Hand loom is what, student? It is a device with the help of the hand only. If you are doing the weaving process, if you are converting the yarns to that of the fabric, then that process is known as the hand loom. Okay, a device which is operated with the help of the hand, and it helps in converting the yarns to that of the fabric, that is known as a hand loom. Power loom is what, students? It is a device in which we use machines to prepare the yarn from that of the fabric. Okay, so we can write it that hand looms is which is, it is a device which is used, we are talking about that of the hand loom. Okay, so it is a device which is used to prepare the fabric from hand. Okay, so device which is used to prepare the fabric from hand, or which is operated with the help of the hand, that is known as the hand loom. Device which is operated with the hand and which help in the formation of the fabric with the help of the fiber, that is known as a, so it is used to prepare the fabric from the device fabric from the device operated with the help of hand. Okay. Next one is that of the power loom, students. So you see power loom. It is a device which is used to prepare the fabric from yarn with the help of machine. The name power is given, students. So by the help of the power, you can understand that if we are talking about the power, it means we are talking about the machine only. If we are talking about that it is operated with the help of the hand, so it is a hand loom. So one is the power loom, second one is that of the hand loom. Okay, so both are basically help in converting the yarn to that of the fabric. Okay, prepare the fabric from that of the yarn with the help of the machine. Okay, so yarn to fabric is the first method is the weaving, and weaving can be done with the help of the hand loom or that of the power loom. Okay.